Hello Casual Clixers, welcome back to Casual Clixing's Top 10 HeroClix series. This series aims to pick the top 10 HeroClix figures in each carded Marvel and DC HeroClix set. The following video will select the top 10 figures from DC's Justice League set. There are two criteria that I use to pick the top 10 figures in each set, and the first criteria is that the character must fit in a 300-point team. The second criteria is that the character must have a named keyword. I'd also like to add that my figure ratings are also based on the prominence of their keywords. So keywords like Justice League and Avengers carry more weight as you have plenty of options for building teams around those characters. Before we begin the countdown, I'd like to select the best HeroClix figure from the Legion of Superheroes starter set. This set was released a few months before Justice League with a total of 8 figures to choose from. The honor of best character in the set goes to Phantom Girl. At 40 points, she sports the Legion of Superheroes team ability, so she can team up with characters that have the Batman enemy team ability to bring her low attack values up, or she can share her starting 18 defense with Justice Society teammates. Her flight allows her to carry more dangerous allies with her for protection, and what puts her over the edge is her Disruption special power that allows her to remove objects from the game. This power will nullify the strategy of characters that rely on super strength if she's able to get her hands on the objects on the map. A great value for 40 points. Alright, so let's start the countdown. At number 10 is Dinah Lance, Black Canary. Dinah barely made the list as she lacks move and attack powers, and she has a short range. What sets her apart from other figures is that she has 6 named keywords. Coupled with the fact that she's only 50 points means that she has plenty of options when it comes to finding a team that's just right for her. At number 9 is the millionaire playboy Oliver Queen. This figure was a judge exclusive during the Starro Attacks event in 2007 when this set was released. At 60 points, he sports the 7 Soldiers keyword, which up until recently was lacking in teammates. With the release of Justice League Unlimited in 2020, they got a boost in recruits, which in turn gave this figure a boost in ranking. With the Justice Society team ability, his low defense can easily be fixed to give him more survivability, and his starting willpower, Incapacitate with 8 range, can slow down any advancing enemies with great frequency. His special power, Emerald Archer, is compatible with Range Combat Expert, so he can always just increase his damage up by 2 to bring down enemy characters faster. At number 8 is the amazing Amazon Wonder Woman. This Wonder Woman is represented by Artemis of Bana Migdal. Her starting 4 damage with super strength has the potential to one-hit KO a lot of characters. Adding to her threat level is her Battle Fury that will prevent opposing characters from using shape change when she attacks them and makes her safe from mind control as well. Pushing her off her first click will let her use her 8 range with Running Shot, and with offensive options like Blades Claw's Fangs, Close Combat Expert, Incapacitate, and Flurry, she remains a threat all throughout her dial. Coming in at number 7 is the villainous Icicle. What makes Icicle so great is that he can deal damage without ever having to roll for an attack thanks to his Copsicle special power. With Copsicles, he can slow enemies from advancing with Barrier, and it has the added benefit of adding tokens to slow them down even more should he catch them off guard. His Not a Nice Guy special power allows him to mastermind damage off to his teammates. And the Injustice Society has access to the hired henchmen from the Batman set, who incidentally can also carry Icicle around if needed with the Underworld team ability. Icicle can also choose to use his 2-target Incapacitate attack if needed, but to be sure, make sure to take some Perplex with him as he has a low attack value. At number 6 is the wielder of the Philosopher's Stone, Dr. Alchemy. Dr. Alchemy is a solid support figure with a very consistent dial. His 3 clicks of telekinesis will help his teammates move around the map, and Barrier will help keep them safe. His consistency ensures that he keeps supporting his teammates with either power. The Rogue's keyword lets him use the Task Force X additional team ability to give him a +1 attack boost against their target should he need to go on the offensive, and Shape Change and Poison will grant him some defense against enemy attackers. At number 5 is Adetnilat Zatanna. Zatanna has a bag full of tricks as her dial is full of useful offensive and support powers. She may have an answer to almost any problem that may arise among her smattering of powers. Having the Justice League keyword among 3 other named keywords means that she can find a place in almost any team, as the Justice League has hundreds of characters to choose from. Her defense is a bit on the lowish side, but her 8 range should keep her safe from harm, so make sure to use that to her advantage. Coming in at number 4 is the only character on this list with 0 range, Bronze Tiger. His willpower with charge keeps him on the offensive, and his 18 defense with the Suicide Squad team ability adds some survivability. With Close Combat Expert, Flurry, and a few clicks of 3 damage, he can be deadly against characters above his weight class. With proper map choice and adding the League of Assassins additional team ability, it should help him close the gap between him and his enemies to ensure that he gets within striking distance. Mid-dial leap climb means that he can reposition if he becomes exposed to keep the pressure on your opponent. At number 3 is Connor Hawk Green Arrow. Star City may not have many team building options, but his other keyword, Justice League, does. This Green Arrow has stood the test of time with a surprisingly modern dial. Connor has the ability to take down characters twice his size thanks to Range Combat Expert and 3 damage spread throughout his dial. He only has one target, but with 10 range and his special power Fusillade, you won't even notice it. Mid-dial Flurry gives him some answers if he happens to get based by a melee enemy, paired with Super Senses, which then transitions into combat reflexes. This means he can definitely hold his own in close combat as well. Coming in at number 2 is the deadly Merlin. Being only 55 points gives you a lot of wiggle room when building a team that includes Merlyn. The League of Assassins boasts a plethora of well-equipped melee fighters that can keep the enemy distracted, while Merlyn plays the role of a sniper with his 10 range. Starting with Range Combat Expert, it gives you the option to increase his attack to get rid of pesky high defense characters, or increase his damage to crack the defenses of some more fearsome foes. Having access to the League of Assassins additional team ability with top dial stealth makes him near invisible, which will force enemy characters to get in close if they want to deal with Merlyn. But they do so at the risk of getting closer to the deadly arsenal of melee fighters that the League of Assassins boasts. It's definitely not a good position to be in. And Casual Clixen's number 1 pick from DC's Justice League Heroclix set is the Dark Knight himself, Batman. What put Batman over the edge against the competition is his access to 5 solid named keywords. His top dial outwit, 6 range, out of the shadow special power, and of course the Batman team ability only add to the tools that Batman has at his disposal to dispose of enemy characters. And if an enemy unit were to close the gap and base Batman, he has Close Combat Expert and Flurry at the ready to take down his foes, or he can escape into the shadows with his special power to keep deadly foes at a distance. So there you have it, Casual Clixen's top 10 Heroclix from DC's Justice League set. I'd be curious to see your top 10 list, so leave a comment below with your personal top 10. You can also find the link to my website in the description below so you can check out some more of my original Heroclix content. You'll also find the links in the description to my Twitter and Instagram pages so you can stay up to date with Casual Clixen. Finally, don't forget to like and subscribe so you get notified of the next top 10 video as we select the top 10 figures in Marvel's Mutations and Monsters set. Thank you so much for watching.